Okay, number 41, it says the area of the rectangular trampoline is 112 feet squared. The length of the trampoline is 6 feet greater than the width of the trampoline. And what this situation is represented by the equation given w squared plus 6w minus 112 is equal to 0. What is the width of the trampoline in feet? So we know that our equation, we have w squared plus 6w minus 112 is equal to 0. So we can think about the two factors. All right. And what two factors of 112? All right, we have 6 times 112 divided by 7. 16 times 7 will give me 112. And we know that we're going to have a positive and a negative. And our higher number needs to be positive than the other one. Let's see if that will add up to 6. So 16 minus 7 will give us 9. So 16 and 7 won't work. So let's see what else we can use. So we got 112. 12 divided by, let's see, we have 28 times 4. That's not going to work. Let's try, nope. We've got 14 and 8. 14 and 8 does equal 6. So if I have positive 14 and negative 8, the way that I came up with these two numbers is I looked at my answer choices to see if any of those would work. Now, this is equal to 0. So w plus 14 times w minus 8. Now, the area of this is equal to 112. So technically, this is going to be equal to 112. But it says that the length of the rectangle, so we've got possibly length times width, or this could have been our width, and this could be our length. Okay. It says that the length is 6 feet greater than the width. So if our width, let's talk about the width is equal to, let's say the width is equal to a positive 8. Okay. So then that means that our length is going to be equal to 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 will give me 14. So my length is equal to 14. 8 times 14 gives me 112. So what is the width of the trampoline? So our width is going to be 8 feet. All right, hopefully that helped explain that one. Number 42, the table shows a linear relationship between the balance of a student's savings account and the number of weeks he's been saving. Based on the table given below or given above, what is the rate of change of the balance of savings per week? So we're looking for our slope. Rate of change in a linear equation is the same thing as slope. So when I go from 0, now this is our x and this is our y. The week is our x. We know the week also is our x because we're talking about week being time, and usually time is our x. So when I go from 0 to 1, I'm going to add 1. From 1 to 3, I'm going to add 2. When I go from 32 to 39, I'm going to add 7. When I go from 39 to 53, I'm going to add 14. All right. Well, 7 divided by 1 is 7. 7 divided by 1 is going to give me a slope of 7. Now let's double check with our second term. 14 divided by 2, 14 divided by 2, 14 divided by 2 also gives me 7. So my slope is going to be 7. Number 43, we're given a linear function. And which equation best represents the graph of which equation is best represented by this graph? And all of these are in point slope. So that means that I need to look at my point. So this point here, I have a slope. My slope of this first one is -3. First two, A and B, both have a slope of -3. So let's see what our slope is, negative. So we can eliminate C and we can eliminate D. So now we need to look at, does either of these points, this point here and that X and Y value there, which when I take that out, that's going to become -2 and -1. And when I take -4 and 7 out, that's going to become 4, -7. Okay, so now I want to see a 4, -7. That is a coordinate point, so that checks. Let's check -2, -1. -2, -1. Don't make the mistake, so look, pay attention. This is +2. -2, -1 would be over here. So don't make the mistake and think -2 and think that that's -2, because that's not. All right, so our answer choice is A. Number 44, which expression is a factor of the quadratic given? All we have, quite simply, is just set this equal to 0. And, really, let's look at the factors. So, let's see, I'm going to say A is equal to 9, B is equal to -4, and C is equal to 1. I'm going to go ahead and use the quadratic formula. So, our quadratic formula, so X is going to be equal to, actually scratch this, hold on, because we're not looking for the value of X. We need to find out if these are the factors. So my apologies. So I'm going to slip and slide because our A value is not 1. So I'm going to rewrite this as R squared minus 4R plus 9. And let's think. We're going to have a positive. Both of these need to be negative. If when I multiply them, they're positive. So 9 divided by 3. So let's think about this. There's no factors of 9 that will add up to 4. Okay? Because I have 9 and 1. That 9 times 1 gives me 9. I have 3 times 3 gives me 9. So that means none of those will work. So that tells me that there are no real factors for this quadratic after all. I'll do number 35 on this video and then end it. So, we're given the graph shown on the grid below, and which order of the pair is a solution of the set 2x minus 5y greater than or equal to 10. So, I'm going to go ahead and I need to find out which side of the graph I need to shade this on, right? So, if I plug in 0, 0, so that means my coordinate point 0, 0 there. My coordinate point, I want to see if that's true. Well, if I plug in 0, is 0 greater than or equal to 10? No, that's false. So that means we're going to shade on the opposite side of our graph. So we're going to shade on this side. So now I'm going to see if any of these coordinate points fall in that shaded region. So I've got 0, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does shade. That does kind of, it falls on the line, so that could be work. We've got 0, we've got 5, actually 0, actually hold on, that's wrong. That is 0, 0, 5 is up here, so that's false. We have 5, 0, that is on the line, so that's false, that's true. -2, 5 is also false. And -5 2 is also false. So the only possible answer choice is going to be B.